No way. Absolutely no way. So what we see right here is that Arsenal Football Club have personal terms agreed in principle with Vinicius Jr. Rock Nation will go armed into negotiations with Real Madrid with a monstrous offer from the English champions. A monstrous offer from the English champions. Over to you, Vinicius Jr. What on earth? A couple hours ago, I did a video about Real Madrid giving Vinicius Jr. a take it or leave it offer. Now, a couple hours later, I see this. This is insane. This is mad. I feel like Vinicius Jr. is going to Arsenal. And this source here, Hand of Arsenal, apparently is a very good source. A lot of people can say anything in the football space, but this guy, Hand of Arsenal, from my research, he's a tier 0, tier 1 source for Arsenal. Apparently, he could be an insider at Arsenal. Some say it could be Arteta. It could be a senior director at Arsenal. I think that's funny. But he knows his stuff over here, whoever this person is. So, assuming that this is correct, this is groundbreaking big news. This is the deal of the summer right here. Vinicius Jr. to Arsenal. How on earth did Arsenal manage to pull this off? I'll tell you. They're giving Vinicius Jr. the financial package that he wants. I think we all know. I knew, you knew, the whole world knew that Real Madrid are not going to go beyond and are not going to go above and beyond for Vinicius Jr. It makes no sense. Once you cave into a player's demands, then your future superstars will have those same demands. And all of a sudden, you're paying crazy amounts of money to players. And what we saw with Barcelona a couple of seasons ago, where they were paying so much money to Frankie de Jong and other players to the point where financially they couldn't handle it anymore. And we saw it broke Barcelona for a couple of seasons. Real Madrid want to avoid that. Yes, they made some rules for Mbappe, but that's just one player. Mbappe is a mega superstars. And players like Mbappe only come once every 15 years, 10 years. So, of course, Real Madrid are going to go crazy over a player like Mbappe. Now, Vini to Arsenal is a game-changing move. Game-changing. And Arsenal fans can celebrate that they have a superstar for their upcoming project. They want to build upon being the English champions. They want to go for the Champions Leagues, the FA Cups. They probably want to go for a treble at the very least next season. And having a player like Vinicius Jr. on the left wing, superstar, great dribbler. For me personally, top 5 dribbler in the world, is a game changer. Now, the tweet says a monstrous offer. Now, actually, before we even break down monstrous offer, the tweet says that they've agreed personal terms. We know Vinny's personal terms. Vinny's personal terms are even above Saka. And Saka is the highest paid player at Arsenal. Saka's on around 300k a week. Vinny will definitely be getting more than 300k a week. And Vinny may be getting a sign-on bonus as well. And potentially 100% of image rights. Apparently, the main thing about this whole Vinny and Ramja saga has been all around image rights. Arsenal are basically giving Vinny what he wants: the money, the status, the face of the project for next season, and the package, the financial package that Vinny's been pushing for. Apparently, Arsenal are giving it to him. Now, you're probably wondering, where's Arsenal gets all this money from? How can Arsenal afford Vinny Jr.? Where on earth are they getting this money from? We don't know. But Arsenal are going above and beyond to get a player like Vinicius Jr. It's been signed off at all levels, from Arteta to the senior management to directors to the CEO. Wow. Absolutely crazy. So personal terms have agreed, and Vinny was pushing for money that he felt he was worth. And you know what? Again, we are in the world of business. If he feels he's worth that amount of money, if he wants to get paid as much as Mbappe, he's entitled to push for it and negotiate for it. It's business. It's nothing personal. So it then says that Arsenal will prepare a monstrous offer. Bear in mind that Vinny only has 1 year left in his contract. And I don't believe that Real Madrid are going to sell Vinny for less than 110 million. Remember, they bought Vinny for 45 million euros back in the day in 2018, 2017. And throughout those last 8 years, what has Vinny done at Real Madrid? Well, we can see it. 2 Champions Leagues, couple La Ligas, couple Del Rey, being clutching in Champions League knockout stages, scoring against the biggest teams in the entire world, Barca, Liverpool, Man City, etc., etc. Right? Amazing stats for the past 5 years, has hit double figures in goals and assists in the last 5 years, apart from 1 or 2 seasons, but they were close. Been very clutch in big games. Vinny is a big game player. So when you know he's a big game player, he's won trophies, he's a great dribbler, he's a superstar, he's the face of Brazil right now, he's not going for less than 100 million. Apparently, they're looking to get 150 million, 140 million. I'm not surprised. Vinny's only 26. Yes, he only has 1 year left in his contract, right? But he's only 26. He's a young guy. And guess what? This might sound crazy. Vinny can get better. We know that finishing is still an issue for Vinny. Vinny is a far better finisher now, but he could be better. He's not Mbappe level of finishing. So imagine if Vinny gets to Mbappe level of finishing, bro. Imagine that. So Arsenal could have the best dribbler in the world, the best creative left winger in the world, one of the best finishers in the world. Vinny can still improve in certain aspects of his game. That's why there's no way, even though he has 1 year left in his contract, there's no way Real Madrid are going to sell him for less than 100 mil. You must be crazy. This guy is a top 5 best player in the world, bar none right now. And people are having doubts about how, Vinny's going to the Premier League. The Premier League is much more tougher, more physical. Can Vinny do it on a rainy day in Stoke? Remember that meme back in the day? Can this sort of player, can Messi do it on a rainy day in Stoke? Come on, bro. I mean, look at Vinny's games in the Champions League against Premier League clubs. That should tell you all. Vinny will not flop in the Premier League. Look at Vinicius Junior's games against Liverpool, against the Man Cities, against Chelsea. Vinny has balled out against the biggest Premier League clubs with ease. Vinny is a tormentor of Liverpool. Remember back in the day, Vinny always used to torment Trent. Remember that? Remember those games? So Vinny is definitely not flopping in the Premier League. We've seen him play against the big Premier League games, score a goal, get a couple of assists, go past players. Remember when he embarrassed Fernandinho against Man City, 4 years ago, and scored that individual solo goal? Okay, Vinny. That's why Arsenal are paying premium for this player. That's why Arsenal are going all out on this player, bro. That's why Arsenal are going all out on this player. I see it. I see why. Yes, it's a lot of money, but if you want to take your season next year to another level, you're back on top. Arsenal are back on top, bro. Arsenal are back on top. Let's keep it real here, bro. Arsenal are back on top. In fact, at one point they were fighting for all 4 trophies last year, and they are by far the best English team right now. How do you build upon that? Okay, we can improve our left wing. Let's get Vinny Jr. Vinny on the left wing, Saka on the right wing, up front, Gyökeres. Or maybe they could get Alvarez. We don't know. Arsenal are serious, bro. So now let's go over to the Real Madrid side. Now, Real Madrid are going to miss out on a very creative player. I think I've told you before, I feel like Vinny is Real Madrid's most creative player. Ever since Cruz left, ever since Modric left, really, Vinny makes things happen. Yes, the last 2 seasons have been up and down for Vinny. Particularly ever since that Ballon d'Or loss, Vinny has been off mentally. But on his day, creative, fast, strong, great vision, great passing. And I honestly feel like that's a really hard profile to replace Real Madrid. If I'm honest with you, people are talking down on Vinny. Yeah, let him go. But there isn't a lot of players like Vinny. There isn't a lot of players. Vinny is a great player. Had his moments, sometimes some brain fart moments, but let's keep it real here. He is one of the best wingers in the world, top 5, bar none. In fact, best players in the world, top 5, bar none. And that would be very hard for Real Madrid to replace. Extremely hard. Who replaces Vinny? Who replaces Vinny? Who would be that player to replace Vinny? And I feel like, but however, we know that Vinny and Mbappe, they can't play together. They can't. For the past 2 years, there's been problems, them occupying the same left-sided space of the pitch. You know, there's been problems there ego-wise. And I feel like Mbappe will probably take that left wing spot, but more forwards, so he can come inside. And I feel like once Vinny leaves, Real Madrid are going to really build a team around Mbappe. In fact, they'll probably try and do what France do for Mbappe. Let's get the best out of Mbappe. He is our franchise player right now. He is our franchise player right now. Let's get the best out of Mbappe. That's how I feel. That is exactly how I feel. So I am looking forward to seeing what will happen in the next coming days, the next couple of hours, actually. Rock Nation will be speaking to Real Madrid a bit more. But it looks like Vinny is going. And we're going to see what happens in the next couple of days and hours. I'm Sharius Matchday. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks.